2 seconds, and everyone's unmuted. Guys, have some respect for a huge number of people that are doing an awesome job. And really, you know, I think we shouldn't just be saying just healthcare workers as well, because people in shops who are keeping the world going for us, they all deserve our respect.
Back door.
Oh. Fantastic. So, I can hear pots and pans going there.
Good job.
Right, guys.
They've just stopped this Zoom meeting to go back.
Okay. All right. I'm going to mute that now, guys. Thank you very much for that. Okay. So, thank you very much for participating in that. I do think it's hugely important that we recognize all of these people that are, I mean, some of these guys are putting their lives on the line. You know, I hear stories of friends who have wives that are nurses, and they're coming home frightened, scared, but they're still going out and doing it again the day after. So that's just spectacularly impressive, and without them we'd all be in a poor state. So really awesome stuff. So the phone call, as you all saw, I was talking to Joe Gomez a minute ago. He's just about to come on, and as he goes on, as he comes on, he's going to be talking about the next step from what we've been talking about for the last few weeks. And I'm going to wait until I see him. I do think we should touch on the call from yesterday. And I'm going to do it in a little bit more detail after Joe's finished, but really the news yesterday from the company. A lot of people seem to think that taking the ability from sharing profits to people is a problem. Honestly, guys, it's a blessing, and it's going to make your life 1,000 times easier. Because I don't know of another industry in the world where you would tell someone you've got a job and someone says, "Can you show me your paycheck?" I mean, in any other industry, you'd just be told that was rude, wouldn't you? Yet in this industry, everyone just throws it out straight away. "Well, show me how much you're making." And it's just so rude. Well, it's never going to be a problem for us again. And the important thing, more than anything else, is that it shows that this industry is growing up. And that's a big positive, because, excuse me, IAM's taking a lead on this, and they're taking the attitude that we have to conform, and we've got to be not just conform, but we've got to be the first to conform. We've got to lead the way and show professionalism to the entire industry. For those of you who were on, excuse me, on the call a couple of days ago that Eric Worre did, you find that every leader in the industry, from so many different types of companies, but all the leaders were all saying we shouldn't be talking about money and leading with money. And yet people do it. And the thing is, the stuff that you see posted all over Facebook is just blatantly such crap. Honestly. People who turn around and say, you know, "I can show you how to make £5,000 in 24 hours and just send me 20% of what you make." Really? Seriously? That's not professional, is it? And who's going to believe it? I mean, morons are going to believe it. And when the people do believe it, and then they don't make it, then they're going to be hacked off with you. So why would you do it? That's why you've never seen anything like that on any of my Facebook posts. I have posted profits. But we're not going to anymore. And we're going to make sure that Simon, myself, and everyone else who's a leader in this business is going to lead by example. We will not be showing our profits in public. That doesn't mean we won't necessarily tell people on a one-on-one conversation if we're making money. But even then, Simon and I were having this conversation 20 minutes ago. And even then, I don't really think it's necessary. So I'm going to tell you, after Joe's finished his stuff, exactly how you can handle it without having to talk about it and why it's actually going to be a huge advantage for you. As I'm saying this, I'm desperately scanning through all these names on here, trying to see if I can find Joe Gomez, and I can't find him. So Joe's actually just getting in the car. He's going to be doing the call from in his car with his son. So I don't know where they're going. They're clearly more relaxed in California than we are. But then again, California is much more relaxed than it is over here. So he's off out somewhere. So he's going to do the call straight from there. We also, Simon gave a little bit of good news to everybody a matter of half an hour ago, because Tyrone has agreed to do an extra session tomorrow. So another live session at 12 o'clock tomorrow. How much we'll expect to make, I don't know, because Friday is always a funny day. But nonetheless, it is another hour that's going to be there. We've had some great results in the space of the last couple of weeks, the last couple of days. So to add that on, to add another day to it, that's absolutely amazing. But right now, this call right now is talking, this is going to conclude where we've been talking about for the last few weeks. And we've got Joe online, and Joe is going to tell us the steps. He's taught us the steps that you need to know to go P150 and then P600. Last week, he talked about everything that you need to know, the skills that you need to learn to go from P600 to P1000, then P1000 through to P2000. When you get to P2000, you're only 2 steps away from chairman. The step in between is going to be P5000. That's going to have you earning £5 a month. And that, incidentally, is something that we can talk about, because that's residual earnings. And then we can talk about you going chairman 10. And chairman 10 has you making 10,000 US per month. I'm not going to say any more than that. I'm going to let Joe explain exactly how you do that. Joe, you're unmuted. So over to you, my friend.
Awesome, awesome. Did you just talk about like compliance? I'm assuming, is that what you were talking about?
We touched on compliance.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think it's so important that, and it speaks volumes of the company who really wants to protect the golden egg, right? Like, it's so simple right now to show a result. If I showed you guys my results, and if you guys seen that I could almost make $11,000 in 2 weeks just simply copying traders, how easy is that to recruit somebody? But at the end of the day, we can still share our results, but we just have to do it in the correct way. And I love the fact that the company is coming out and we hear it from the owner himself. And that way it doesn't look like somebody in the company is just like hating on somebody or getting jealous of somebody. It speaks volumes of the ownership here, and that we really, really, really want to be $1 billion company. It was funny because I have a guy who's been watching us over the last couple weeks and the growth and what we're doing. And he was waiting to his paycheck, and his paycheck comes in tomorrow. He's signing up tomorrow. And he said to me yesterday, because I put up a picture. I think I put it in your guys' chat. It's the computer where it says maxed out the Zoom call. Things are different over here. 10,000 people, right? And he messages me. It's so funny because people, if they don't know, they just don't know. And I thought it was so funny because he says, "Bro, am I getting in too late? Like, is this like, did I miss the boat?" And I'm like, "Brother, we're doing $13 million a month, give or take a little bit." I said, "We grew 30,000 people. The goal is $1 billion company. We're not even scratching the surface of that." He's like, "Oh man, I need to get in right away." I'm like, exactly. You know, I just think it's funny. But, you know, again, I want to take the time to say thank you, guys. Roger, you have been consistent, bro, hosting these trainings every Thursday, messaging me, following up with me. And I know this is not the only call you guys do. And that speaks volumes to why your guys' business is growing at the rate it's growing. People are having success. But here's what's even more impressive. Seeing all the people in your guys' team, really, Roger, a lot of people in your team too, who are really showing their results and winning, right? And they're using multiple traders, not just DeLorean, not just Evan, not just Dr. Kathy. I'm seeing people post different things. And to me, that is freaking amazing. So if you're fired up, type in some fire emojis because I'm super pumped up about that. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I commented on some of your posts that had the things, and we'll just clean it up. It's very simple. Show your results, blur out the dollar signs, blur out what you're making. Just show, hey, went 3 for 3 today. You know, went 2 for 2 today. Went grew my account today. Again, another successful. I'm now taking pictures of the educators charts, and I'm saying learning from the GOAT. Went 2 for 4. Went 2 for 2. Went, you know, the other day I put up went 0 for 4. I'm real with people. Like the last thing I want to do is set up false expectations here. I put up the other day, I went 0 for 4. So my account went from being up 33% in 7 days to up 28% or 22%. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that all day. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's jump in to the final countdown, and you can hear my windshield wipers going. I think I brought that London weather back to California, man. It's been like, we've had like 4 days of sunshine, and it's like pouring out here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's the weather out here. And we're on our way. I'm supposed to have a mask on right now because they made it the law in the counties out here. If you get caught without a mask, it's like $1,000 fine, but I'm in my car, so who cares, right? So, guys, listen, we talked about the P150, and all this last 2 weeks, we've been talking about the skill sets and the responsibilities needed to achieve these different ranks, because people want to rank up, but I don't think they really want to achieve the skill sets and the response, and I don't even think they want the responsibilities that come with it. Like, okay, at the beginning, it's just you. You just have to worry about you. Then you got a team. After that, when you hit P150, you got to worry about them, right? You got to deal with them calling. You got to deal with them not knowing how to set up their MetaTraders. You got to deal with them not knowing how to log into DeLorean, right? I know Roger is like a superhero and he answers everybody's questions, you know, because I see him all the time. But reality is, when your people get involved with you, you're going to be doing that. So P150, we talked about mastering your why. We talked about the perfect invite, right? In the 4 steps to a perfect invite. And that was be in a hurry, clear their schedule, add value, take it away. We talked about being a product of the service. This team on this call is a product of the service. You guys absolutely are. You guys are absolutely using it. And I absolutely love it. Now, I want you guys to understand, it's not just IM technology that's having issues when we have people jumping on Zooms or jumping on things. Zoom, that's a Zoom thing. That's not an IM thing. Right now, it just seems like internet all over the world is slowing down because I think everybody is at home. Everybody's jumping on, and it's just slowing down. It is what it is. But nonetheless, our IT department's on it. They're trying to fix it. They're handling issues and calls as soon as they come in. So I got to give a major shout out to them because, I mean, 30,000 people plus in 7 days. We had over 10,000 new people signed up for Forex. We had over 10, I think the number was like 11,000 people signed up for the HFX alone. I mean, when you think about those two products, that's 22,000 new customers, new people that are using those services. Absolutely insane. We talked about the Platinum 600. The first thing to do is mastering your edification, right? We talked about being coachable, following instructions, being coachable. You know, here I am taking my son, because we own a gym for baseball here, and there's not a lot of people that go there, so we're still allowed to go there, and we don't get in trouble. And I'm taking him there to go throw with his pitching coach. You know, he's done really good pitching, but we're always learning. We're staying coachable. He's very coachable. He's learning, right? Sometimes I think as adults, we got to go back to that child mentality where this guy's a sponge right next to me. See, there he is right there. Say what's up, Brody. What's up? Right? This guy right there, he's an absolute sponge. He listens to everything. Right now, he's listening to these calls. Right now, he's taking everything that's going on. And sometimes I feel like we need to get back to that child mentality, right? Number 3, we talked about on that was personal development, the importance of personal development. Then we got into the, P1000 ranks. We started bringing up the responsibilities, and we started bringing up the skill sets. And number 1, we talked about it's not about being the king or queen, it's about being the king or queen maker, right? Number 2, we talked about telling your story. Mastering telling your story, where eventually when we get on these trainings, we're going to start practicing. So when quarantine's up, you guys are ready. So what we're going to do, Roger's going to come on. He's going to set the tone for the event. And then we're going to have somebody get on and tell their story real quick. So you guys can start practicing it live with us. We're here for that, right? So you got to master your why. Master your story. And then number 3 is, hold on, I'm driving. I'm trying to look at my notes. Number 3 was where we at? Oh, create a schedule and stick to it, right? Create a schedule, stick to it. And we also talked about promoting event through event through event. Like after this event, what did Roger just say? There's another event. Like he's promoting through this event, right? That's somebody, and he's already passed that rank. No wonder why. He's learned how to promote from event to event to event. P2000, okay? Let's jump into the P2000. We talked about learning how to Forex in. You should be good at that by then. Obviously, a lot of people aren't hosting home events right now, right? We get that. But you want to be ready when that time comes. And so maybe that's one day you putting on an opportunity Zoom of your own. You invite your friends to it. You get Roger, Simon, or myself to do it for you. I am going to share with you guys at the end of the chairman run what we do over here, and it's been working. Every call that we've done, every opportunity that we've done Zoom, we've been signing up. If there's 5 guests that are on it, we sign up 3 of them. If there's 15 guests, we sign up 8 of them. It's been so effective, and I'm going to explain that to you. But we talked about all those things, but now we want to get to the next rank. We want to rank up. We want to continue this. We want to help bless people hit the ranks that we already have. If you want to bless people on making a whole income from home, give me some prayer hand emojis in the chat. Give me some prayer hand. We're about to go over the P5000 and the chairman run. What it takes for the skill sets, what it takes for the responsibilities. Now remember, I told you guys this, think about it, because this isn't for everybody. And if these ranks aren't for you, no problem. Just be a customer and make a ton of money. Make a ton of money. We're okay with that. Okay, but these are for the people that want to hit P5000. These are for the people that want to add an extra $60,000 a year to their income while working from home. And that's not including the bonuses. Okay, that's nowhere near the bonuses. But this is for the people that want to make a full-time income, part-time, and from the comfort of their home. If that's you, here we go. The first thing you have to be able to do is cover all the services and products. Cover all the services, products the right way. Listen, you guys heard me talk about HFX. It was important for me to learn that. I already know the Forex. The Forex, I can explain that service. It's working. I can now effectively explain the HFX. The crypto ties along with the HFX. Okay, you want to effectively be able to explain those if you're looking to hit the P5000, right? You want to know all the different services, and here's why. We got a team in India that's using the Hindi chat that nobody else in our organization is using. But you want to be able to explain that. We got teams in Mexico that are trading HFX with the Spanish. We have over 140 educators in our system. At any time, any day, you can log on to your back office and get in a go live. We have an educator that's there ready to train. That, to me, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely mind-blowing. And you got to be able to effectively share that with people. Number 2 is explain the compensation plan. You got to be able to explain the compensation plan. And I'm going to be 100% transparent with you guys. That's what I'm learning to do right now. And I want to be able to explain it by, hey, you need this many people. I could explain the first couple ranks. That's easy. But I want to explain to people what it takes to hit a chairman 100, a chairman 500, right? That's where I want to get to. Number 3. Hold on. I got to pick up my notebook so I can see it while I'm driving. I'm swerving into the other lane, right? Number 3, train the team on the system. Train the team on, at this point, you should have, remember, we already talked about in the other ranks of skill sets, you needed to master the system, the invites, the edification. On P5000, since you have mastered it, the key to everything in this business is duplication. You got to be able to duplicate that. You got to be able to teach your team how to effectively invite. You got to be able to teach your team how to work the 72-hour fast start system. You got to be able to explain to your team how to sign up for Hugo's Way or whatever services that you guys are broker that you guys are using. You got to be able to explain and teach people how to master it. Why? Because as those people rank up in their business, that's going to cause you to not only rank up, but that's going to cause you to maintain that rank. Go ahead and get your bag and go in there. Go ahead and take your bag. And you can... Now, at that point, one of the main reasons why you want to teach them how to do the edification is because you're the one who's doing most of your calls. You're the one who's doing most of your meetings. You're the one who's doing most of those things. So you have somebody on your team that knows how to edify you, right? You already been edifying, he was going to be edifying you. Everybody wants to man, chairwoman. Everybody's shooting to hit those ranks. Everybody's striving for that. But what is it going to take? It's going to take some serious commitment, guys. It's going to take some serious skill set. It's going to take some of you to give up things that you love to do. It's going to take some of you hobbies. Maybe it's going to cause you to stop watching TV for a few months. Maybe you're not going to be able to do that recreation sport that you like for a few months. I don't know what it is, but something is going to have to be given up, okay? I know this. Success is never owned. It's rented, and rent is due every freaking day. You got to put in work every freaking day in order to have success. So for the chairman 10, let's go, baby. Number 1, put people in the spotlight. Put people in the spotlight. I made a video of people ranking up. Did you guys see my video on there? Did you see my picture on there? You didn't see a picture of me in that video of what rank I am. I am putting my people before me. People over profits. The guy or the woman who leads the orchestra for the band has his back on the crowd. He gives up all the glory for the orchestra, to teach them, to coordinate them, to get them playing in the right way that he wants them to. Okay? You got to put people over profits. You have to be able to do that. Number 2, you got to be so effective at all those other things we talked about that when you're out of town because you're building business in a new area, that your team is still growing. When we got back from London, we had more people on my team in the local area than we did when we left, and that spoke volumes to what we were doing. We're going to be going to India pretty soon. Soon as everything lifts, we're going to go to India. Roger's going to go to India probably with us. Who knows? When we go, his team will grow. When we all hit Chairman 10, we're going to go to Hawaii and chill on the beach for a little bit. Guess what? the team will still be growing. You want to build this 1,000 miles wide, 1,000 people deep, that when you are out of town, because there's going to be times when you need to take a vacation too, that your team is still growing. The name of the game, ladies and gentlemen, is duplication. I don't want to have to do every freaking meeting. I don't want to have to do every, look at this team grows, and I am only on here one night a week. Okay, that's what you got to get to. That's where you want at Chairman 10. That's the level. Number three, and this is probably the most one of the Chairman 10 skill sets, responsibilities needed to hit the Chairman 10. You got to be able to learn how to motivate and inspire. You need to be able to teach people how to launch their business. I don't say, when I first did this, I said, you need to be able to close. I don't want to put close there because I don't like that. Then I feel like I have to be like a grungy salesman. And I was a car salesman, so I could say grungy salesman. It's okay, right? I'm not, if you're in sales, I'm not speaking bad or anything like that. I don't like the word close. I use that at the dealership. Roger, you can nod your head yes. When you were at the dealership, you guys use the word close, right? And usually what that means, close to me, here's what close means to me. And maybe this is because I was in the car game and I got what I wanted. You're involved. I don't need nothing to do with you anymore. See you later, right? If I'm selling you a car, I sold you the car, don't ever call me again. Send me a referral, please, right? That's not what this is. You got to be, right? Roger's laughing because you know it's true, right, brother? So, and remain consistent. You got to be able to remain consistent. Listen, I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. It would have been very easy for me to get on the phone and say, Roger, I'm going to take my son. This is not good timing. Reschedule it or I'll just be here next week. I did this call while I was driving. No excuses. And I'm not saying that to, put pat on my back. I'm saying that to inspire you guys. That if you want something bad enough, you will do whatever it takes to make it happen. If you want something bad enough, if, again, at the beginning we said, learn your why. If your why is deep enough where it moves you to do things that you would never do before, that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be in 10 or 30 new chairmen in the last 30 days. The business is booming. The company is growing. We will be company. We will have 1,000 people that are at chairmen or chairwomen by December 31st, 2020, guaranteed. At this point, you just got to figure out if it's you. It results anymore. I can't go ahead and build. No, BS. Oh, share. Okay? Just don't show the dollar signs because that is not cool. Other than that, I appreciate each and every one of you. I can't wait for this call with Bob Proctor. I will be on the call. I will jump on it early because I know it's going to pack out. I'm super excited for it. So with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you. Roger, I'm going to shoot it back over to you, bro.
Thanks a lot for that, Joe. I couldn't help smiling when Joe said about closing when you were in the car job, because I do remember closing people on car sales, and by the time they came to pick the car up, I'd forgotten who they were. So, and I'm sure Joe can relate to that as well. So, yeah. Okay, guys. So we are going to keep tonight short because right now, as Joe just said, we have a call in half an hour's time with Bob Proctor. Guys, excuse me. If you haven't heard Bob Proctor before, if you haven't heard him speak, he is Inspirational is the only word for him, really. He's not motivational. The guy absolutely and utterly inspires. And he is such an important speaker around the world that it speaks volumes for IM that Bob Proctor has agreed to consult with this company, because this is the only network marketing company in the world that Bob Proctor has said he'll work directly with. Every network marketing company promotes him. Every network marketing company tells their people that they should listen to him. This is the only one that he says he wants to partner with, and that's because of his respect for Chris Terry. And that tells you so much about where we are and who we're aligned with. When you align yourself with people of that level of quality, when you're talking to other people in the industry who know who he is, it will blow your people away. So you have to, you've got to listen to this call. It's massively important. And because of that, we're deliberately going to keep this short. So Simon, I need you to make sure that you keep an eye on this. We need to be wrapped up in no more than 20 minutes from now.
Yep.
Okay, so we touched at the beginning about compliance, and I said what a good thing it was for us. But here's the thing. Telling people that you can't show your profits leaves everyone to a problem, because at first, everyone, as I said, in every other industry, nobody would turn around and say, how much are you making out of it? But in network marketing, everyone does. Well, right now, you have a perfect answer to everyone who says, okay, but how much are you making? And you need to make notes on this right now. So get your pens and papers ready, because these answers are essential for you. The first thing you need to tell them very clearly is, I'm not allowed to quote my earnings by law, and I can lose my business for doing it. And come what may, I know we're friends, everything else, I'm not prepared to risk losing my business. I'm just not allowed to do it by law. But the next thing, the next thing is, it's really not about how much I make. It's about you. Because you might absolutely love trading. Look, guys, we've got people on this call who get really excited about going on trades. If you came to Haydock when we done our last live event, Simon stood up at the front, and Simon was talking to one of the guys in the interval, and he said, it's really weird, but I remember Roger never wanted to trade, and he's absolutely right. I find trading boring as hell. I did it for months where I was calling every trade and sending them out to you guys, but I hate it. It's boring, because like Simon, I'm a people person. I'd rather talk to people on the phone. I'd rather help people. That's more fun to me. However, the prospect you're talking to, so you say to your prospect, I'm not allowed to quote my earnings by law, but it's not about how much I might make, because you might love trading and you might make more money than me because you love it. Alternatively, you might be lazy. You might not do anything. And in that case, that's down to you, not me. Yeah. It's really more about, this is about you, not me, as far as this is concerned. But here's my suggestion to you. And this is something you should all make a real careful note of and really pay attention to this. What I would say to anyone at this point in time is, if you like what you see, why not give it a try for 7 days? Even if you're not sure, give it a try for 7 days, because we give you a 7-day money-back guarantee. Now, in those 7 days, you can go on live sessions with professional traders. You can listen to Patrick, you can listen to Tyrone, you can listen to Abel, and you can listen to any one of 150 traders at a time that works for you. Listen to traders, copy what they say, and you can make money just listening to people in the next 7 days. And if at the end of the next 7 days you don't like it, just ask for your money back, and we'll all part as friends. The company will give you your money back. You haven't lost anything. And I'm not going to fall out with you because we're friends. So that's it, end of story. But you've got a 7-day money-back guarantee. What have you got to lose? If you put that to someone in a very simple conversational tone, not twisting anyone's arms at the back, a reasonable person can't say no to that. They get the opportunity to have the education, and if they don't like it, they can walk away without anything. No contract and a 7-day money-back guarantee. So we're putting our money where our mouth is. We're prepared to train you, and we'll take the risk on board whether you do it. Here's the thing that I know about guarantees. We've heard people mention, Joe's just mentioned the fact that I used to be a car salesman. When I stopped working in car dealerships, I stayed in the motor trade for probably about another 7 years after that, but I worked directly for myself. And when I went to work directly for myself, I very quickly learned the difference between working for someone else and working for yourself. And the big difference is I had to pay all the bills, which included the advertising bill. And the advertising bill was one of the biggest expenses that I had. And I wasn't prepared to just gamble money on advertising. I needed to get good about it. I spent tens of thousands of pounds learning from world-class copywriters how to write advertising copy. My ads were dynamite. They were really good. I brought customers in for the smallest possible amount of money, and I sold and I made money out of it. I made profit out of it. 7 years later, I sold that business and I retired at 49 years old. I got bored really quickly when I retired. I went to live in Crete with my wife, but I very quickly got bored. So I started a business as a consultant and a copywriter, writing advertising copy for other people. I can tell you about money-back guarantees. I can tell you how powerful they are. Most people in network marketing are scared of telling people that there's a 7-day money-back guarantee because people will take the money back. And I will tell you right now that if you give people a 7-day money-back guarantee, you'll get more people to sign up if you tell people there is a 7-day money-back guarantee. But when they sign up and they go on board, how many people do you think you could put on a session with Tyrone, win a trade? I took one trade today, and this isn't promoting in public. This is talking to people who are already in, so I can tell you results. I did one trade today, GBP AUD. It was the last trade that Tyrone called, and he said, as he was talking, he turned around and he said, right, oh, we've got one just before I go. Here you go, GBP AD, sell that, go, and he was off. And I placed it, and the phone rang, and I did something else. And Tammy's got her hand up, she's her phone up, and she's showing how much she made. But I placed the trade, then I carried on with another phone call. And a matter of 35, 40 minutes later, I looked at my phone and I made £548.16. How many prospects do you think will come on a 7-day trial because they thought, I'll give it a go because I can get my money back? If they place one trade like that, what's the chances that they're going to say, give me my money back? Just ain't going to happen. If it were me, I wouldn't offer a 7-day money-back guarantee. I talked to Simon about it, and I said I'd offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. In fact, I'd offer a 365-day money-back guarantee. I'd say to people, you've got a whole year. Trade with us for a year, and if you're not happy at the end of the year, we'll give you your money back, your subscriptions back. That's $2,000. How much more money than $2,000 do you think people would make in 12 months of trading with this? I tell you now, nobody would ever ask for their money back. Use the money back guarantee and tell people about it. You will get more people to sign up. So if anyone turns around and says to you, okay, how much have you made? You tell them, I can't tell you, I'm not allowed to by law, and I'm not going to risk my business by doing that, because this is a business and I'm taking this really seriously. I know we're friends, and now you're saying, oh, you can tell me. No, mate, this is my business. I am not risking my business. But let me tell you, it's not about me. It's about you and how much you can make. You might be a better trader than me. You might love trading more than me. You could make more money than I could. You might be a born recruiter. You might out-recruit Simon Brooks. I don't know that. You don't know that. So you could make more. It's not about me. It's about you. But let me suggest that you give it a try. with a 7-day money-back guarantee. And if you don't like it at the end of 7 days, just tell the company, we'll give you your money back, we're still friends. Who thinks it's not going to work? For all you guys who say right now that I have to get results to share with my friends, well, guess what? You don't. You're not allowed to. You can't share your results with your friends. So we've taken that objection away. So if you were scared of talking to your friends before because you didn't have results to give them, well, now you don't have to be scared of it. Take the opportunity that we have right now to join what is probably, and I won't say guaranteed, but probably the fastest growing network marketing company on the planet. With a company that cares enough to say that the CEO came on a call that maxed out with 10,000 people. We called it at a very short notice, and more than 10,000. 10,000 people got on a call, and more than that, other people couldn't get back in. But in front of 10,000 people, he said, I don't want you doing bad things. I don't want you going out. Effectively, what he said is, I don't want you guys going out bullshitting people. That's what this is. This is stopping people going out talking bullshit. Sorry about the language, ladies and gentlemen, but we know that there are people in this industry that just flat out tell lies. They make stuff up in this industry. We've never done it. We've always said in this, we can prove our results because we can share our screens. Well, now you're not allowed to share your screens, but you're certainly not allowed to just blag it. So we're talking about a company that cares about our team and a company that cares about the people who are going to join our team. That's immense. You do not have to be worried about this. As soon as this call finishes, this recording will come down. I'll send you this so you know exactly what to say to people. If you didn't get it then, it's going to be there for you again anyway, so you can tell people. But literally share this with the world right now. Because you've heard, excuse me, you've heard Brandon say it, you've heard Joe say it, you've heard Jason say it yesterday. We've had 32,000 people join us in the last 3 and a bit weeks. When Simon and I joined this company on the 18th of August, this company had 40,000 customers. We now have more than 130,000. If you look at any trading chart, that's going up off through the roof. And you're in right at exactly the right moment. Because right now, the potential for you is absolutely and utterly immense. Okay, so here's what we're going to do to do our bit for you this week. Well, this week, in future. We did our Tuesday call, and we did our Tuesday 4 p.m. call, and that was massively underwhelming. Got to be honest with you, I don't understand why we didn't have as many people on Tuesday afternoon as we did last night, because right at this moment in time, people can't go out. So what else are they doing? I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he tells me he's seen every Jason Statham film. He's seen, I don't get what people are doing. But that's their choice, what they're doing with their life. We decided we'd do the Wednesday afternoon call. It hasn't been greeted with success. But we do feel that there's going to be a huge benefit if we can tag a presentation call in with some training. So this is what we're going to do from next Thursday. We're not going to do a training call on Tuesday, an opportunity call on Tuesday. We're going to do opportunity calls on Wednesday and Thursday next week. Wednesdays will be with Brandon, the same as normal. Thursday, we're going to start Joe's call off with a 15-minute opportunity call. So you get your prospects on, and for the first 15 minutes, we're going to tell them all about the business. And we're going to tell people why it's a great business and why they should do it. But if they like what they see, we'll then invite them to stay on whilst Joe comes on and tells them how to actually do it. So they've been told not just what to do and why they should do it, but how to do it as well. Simon and I went back thinking about, well, 30 years ago, we used to do this with business opportunity meetings. We used to break our meetings down into two parts. We'd start off with a live business opportunity meeting, have a break for people to sign up, then come back in, and then we do training. Let's do the same thing. How does that sound to you guys? Does that sound positive? Let's give us a nod. Let me see some nodding heads. Fabulous. Wonderful. Simon, anything you want to add in?
Yeah, I'm listening and I'm just thinking that I've seen so many companies in 32 years with really, really bad CEOs that don't give tuppence for their company. And they let their organizations run riot. What gives me a bit of peace of mind is that we have got a CEO and management team that wants to protect the golden goose. That to me gives me a lot of solace. That really excites me. And I'm hoping it excites you guys. I'm hoping you guys can really get to grips with this opportunity and build huge amounts of people in it. It's like we're getting people now qualifying as P600 left, right, and center. Now, you can't do that through trading. It so happens we've got a phenomenal trading combination with Tyrone, who's amazing, and Patrick. That is phenomenal. So we can tick that box. And I know there's several of you that's on this Zoom that have made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds this week. But it's not just about trading. And I know if you're based in the UK, it's all tax-free. That's fabulous. But it's about building that residual income, that organization. It's about getting people to look at it the same way as you. Now, I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people on WhatsApp. And I usually send out a WhatsApp message because it's easy, it's clean, it's simple and everything else. But now I can't do that. So now what I will be doing, Roger and I were speaking about this earlier on today, is I will be physically calling those people individually. So I'll be working out a script in my own mind's eye with what to say, how to say it, where to say it, why to say it, and everything else. And I will be speaking to them. I know that the situation is going to be that I won't be able to get hold of everybody, but I think this weekend I will. Number one, we're going to have Easter. Number two, they should be at home, hopefully, unless there's sort of like a key social worker that they've got to commit to going to work.
I just thought you were going to say something different then.
No. But what I'm saying is I will be phoning people up personally and saying about the opportunity and saying about the business and obviously telling them about different people's results. Will I tell them the physical amount that people are making? No. Will I tell them what they're making percentage-wise? I could do. Would I bother to do that? I don't know. I think I'm going to sell it on the merits because I know that I've got a distributor that's just about to go P600 that's on this call right now who wasn't interested in trading. He's building the business just through people. And he's even got his people on this call. Now that is a smart way of doing it. See, you're going to get a lot of people turn around and say, oh, I'd love to do trading, but I can't afford to. I've got no money to invest. Well, here's a solution. Turn around and say, great. Get yourself in the system, get yourself grabbing a position, because then the next person I sponsor, I'll put them in your team. But what you need to do is trade on a demo account. So you get some results. Then what you can do is through enthusiasm, you can speak to other people, your other contacts. Get 12 people in your team or sponsor 3 people and get those 3 to get people. Get 12 of your team, get to P600 and take a percentage of that income and then put it into a live account. Now you can play with real money. That is a smart way of doing it. But guys, if I was you, I wouldn't sit around thinking, oh yeah, I'll get around to doing that after this coronavirus is out of the way. No, do it now. Get off your backside and do it now. All you've got to do is just recommend from your heart your belief with the opportunity. And seriously, if you are hitting the trades, if you're making money, your belief should be phenomenal. I know we've got Tracy on the call here. She's actually just sponsored us involved. And then start people as fast as you can. We're doing 2 Zoom presentations a week. So we're giving you the system. Nothing would be worse for me is to turn around and speak to a friend. Let's say we haven't got the issues and the virus out now. What I would never, ever, ever did was turn around and say, hey, Steve, hey, John, let's meet up for a beer. I've got to share an idea with you. No. Then I've got to go in the pub. I've got to walk and talk him through it all and everything else. And he says, oh, that sounds good. I'll see. No, that is not the way forward. Why? Because then John thinks that's what he's got to do. That's a tough way to
Simon, I need to stop you, mate. We've got 8 minutes before Bob Proctor calls and we won't get on.
Yeah, no problems. Okay, well, I'm done. Anyway, guys, that's what you should do. You should use the system. Everybody loves a system. Don't be going out there trying to explain the opportunity verbally, personally, and everything else. Get people using the system. Wednesday and Thursday Zoom presentations. Anyway, my time's up. Thanks for yours. Back to you, Roger.
Bob Proctor is on Go Live and he's starting in 8 minutes time. So get on Go Live now.
Okay, catch you later, guys.
Bye, everybody. Bye.